Hello, hello. Good morning, Mandeep. Mandeep, today we are going to start with the subject microcontroller and microprocessor. And already we have done the introduction part, basics of microcontroller and microprocessor. And all other, we have also discussed about the, you can say that input-output devices. Now, today we will have to discuss about the microprocessor architecture. So, in this microprocessor architecture, we study about address buses, that is unidirectional, memory, and input-output addresses, data buses, bidirectional, transfer binary data instructions, control lines, read and write timing signals. Now, in this particular microprocessor-based system, we have ROM, read-write memory, input port, spaces, output port, and various address buses, read-write lines. So, overall, whenever you study about a microprocessor, then architecture is very important. And if you understand the architecture and basic concept of microprocessor and microcontroller, then it is very easy for you to understand the various, you can say that architecture of this application part. And before that, you see, you have also studied you can say that in architecture, unidirectional memory and input-output addresses, that is also really important to study. Now, what are the examples of microprocessor system and what are the software that we used in the microprocessor system, that is machine language. In machine language, we use binary instructions, and it is also difficult to decipher and write. There is an error prone. All program converted into machine language for execution. So these softwares are assembly language, machine instructions, one-to-one correspondence. Then high-level languages are also very important. Now you understand that while study the microprocessor, you come to know about the languages that machine language, that is very easy and it is very important to study. And at the same time, these are the languages that you already studied in computer networks and so many other subjects. But it is also very important at the time that these machine languages are also very important, and you have also studied C and C++. If you, this C and C++ is the base of the language. If you understand the base of the language, then it is very easy and it is very, you can say that very much easy for us to understand about the machine languages. So you also come to know that these languages are very much important, and also at the same time, this microprocessor based system, address lines are very important when you have the knowledge of address bus. Then read only memory, read write memory, input port, switches, output port, and these are also very important. Data buses are also very important. Read write lines are very important, and the softwares like assembly language, machine instruction, one-to-one correspondence, machine specific, and these are the very important languages. Now, data formats. Data formats are unsigned integers, then all 8 bits represent the magnitude of number, bit 7 to bit 0, range 0, H to FFH. This is the range. And we have also signed integers, 2's complement, 7-bit display, and binary coded data, BCD. So all these, you can say that enhance us to know about these instructions. And whenever you know about this BCD codes, then analog to digital converters, And all these converters have important benefits or important conclusions in the application part, and that will definitely help you to understand the various operations at the same time. Now, already you studied about this history, and you see the examples of system, but during that operation, during that example, you have to at least understand the languages. If you understand the language, then easily we can understand the system operation, and that will also study during the time domain frequency relations. So that is also very important, and this is the first step in building the network. And also during that time, these interval and system manufacturing technique, that during microprocessor architecture, if you understand the address buses, then data buses, control lines, these are also very important, and read-write timing signals are also very much important. Though these binary instructions are easy and easily high-level languages like BASIC, C, C++, written in the statement of spoken language and machine independent, easy to write and troubleshoot, larger memory and less efficient execution. So you know better while getting the information, we also studied the various application parts, and the microprocessor architecture. When we study, it's not an easy to understand the microprocessor architecture. When you know about the microprocessor architecture, we also know about the control lines, signal lines, buses, and read-write signals, and other things related to that system. But architecture is also very important, and systematic behavior and systematic architecture. When you study, you also come to know that this is the main role in understanding the microprocessor concept. Okay, and this microprocessor concept enhance the knowledge of you see embedded systems, and the supporting electronic computing devices that include the major components on a single chip. This is called as microprocessor memory input output ports. The supporting devices are very important, like timers, A to D converters, common communication lines like system bus. So before you start with the block diagram of microprocessor, memory units, input output ports, timers, A to D converters, serials, and other supporting devices are very important to study. When you study this block diagram and the system architecture, you also come to know that the block diagram of microprocessor is very, very easy to understand, and the architecture you study, it is also simple to understand, because architecture is not very easy to understand, because in the architecture we have so many things. Okay, so so in this architecture, the control lines and databases are very important to study. In the microprocessor architecture part, you also come to know about the benefits of the common buses, the benefits of communication line, the benefits of rest of the things is also very, very important to study. and also very much interested in making the advantages of these kind of instructions. So understanding the basic need of microprocessor architecture, when you understand the basic operation, then at least the knowledge of communication system is very important. So understanding the system manufacturing techniques, your address buses, your read-write operations, this is very much easy and also very easy to understand other related architecture and the information that you also stored during the communication process. So it is also very much important. Thank you.